Hello and welcome to the Albion Online War Reports. I am the Shozen one, and I am joined once again by Robinhoodrs and Bogul as we prepare for some ZvZ action based around the 18 UTC time slots.
Last Warn does not want any of that sandwich.
No.
So if you're a new player and you're wondering what the hell is going on right now, basically in Albion, it's all about positioning in a ZvZ. South Vision allows you to see more of your enemy's movements and what spells they're casting, so you can see when they're kind of going to be engaging. You can read the play better than if, for example, you were fighting them directly to the south. Like,
if you're standing on top of their feet than you can by their name tags. Is basically the way that it works.
So all groups will be trying to rotate themselves around the map while being wary of being sandwiched by incoming forces from the cluster queue. Hence why Last Warn did not go all the way southwest.
I can understand that. You got to be careful. You don't want to get caught out. And I was actually surprised that they were going so far south because their group is coming from the north. You don't want to get yourself cut off like that. And you know that Arch has more numbers. And here they have engaged. They have engaged with Vanny Rudenbeck of Last Warn. And he's going to try to get back, but he was very far extended from the rest of his team.
Yeah, I'm still on the Sir tank. Looks like the boys of Arch are dismounted. Last Warn are going to be wrapping around to the northwest, still mounted. A couple of people getting caught off guard.
Yeah, nothing big yet, but there's a couple of people just caught out. They're currently still trying to reposition. Nobody's really full engaging. People are getting caught, but nothing's well. Actually, if that guy turns around, he can really get the guy from Last Warn, he can get a good group of Arch right behind him if he's...
Yeah. So, Sir, like, Favilla, or whatever, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but they are about to engage onto Arch. They are fully dismounted, ready to go on the road here. Here comes the first engagement. Night Helms are popped. The silences with the Beetles stopping the frontline tank engagement. It's not going to be a hard-hitting engage for Last Warn here, as they're going to take some heavy damage on their front line. You see the melee DPS coming in, followed up by a lot of Spectre Jackets. All that fire damage on the field causes a massive amount of damage. You don't want to get stuck inside of that, especially when the Bloodletters start executing on very low health. The Beetles silencing any engagement. Nice offensive wind wall by Arch there. Looks like the turn is about to come in for Last Warn. You see him, Night Helms are getting popped, and it looks like the re-engagement a little bit slow for the Grovekeeper we're on. He actually doesn't want to go
effective over here. If you're watching the same one I saw, that was very effective by Last Warn.
Yeah, it looks like just holding off their engagements. Don't want to go fully committing into the fight here. And now we see another group flanking around on the northwest side. And Last Warn are going to be in a spot of trouble here. They are pinned up against the wall. They have a group to their southeast, a group directly to their north. And they're going to have to try and fully push through one group if they want to survive much longer. It looks like Galaclap comes in, doesn't actually hit anyone, but the halberds are causing a massive amount of damage. There comes the Grovekeeper, finally landing directly into the heart of Arch's Zerg. Not a lot of follow-up damage. You see a lot of defensive locusts coming out for Arch as well, saving their group for engagement. And it looks like the allies of Last Warn are coming in. The Crypt Alliance coming in from the east side. You see all those red name tags. Just because they're red doesn't mean that they're not allies.
No, you can be friendly with red. It's a little hand-holding time. Yeah.
It looks like Arch are just getting fully wiped here, it seems.
Well, they've got more Arch, more Arch, more Arch, and more Arch, right?
Well, whenever the cluster queue wants to kick in and send in their reinforcements, sure.
It would be good. They could use them right now. Right about now would be a good time.
Just about now. It looks like the loot bags are on the ground and people are just scourging through whatever they can find here. I'm on its pull-up. He does have a bunch of Arch in front of him. He is going to be dismounting here. Its pull-up is the target. Arch clumping on the gate here. Its pull-up going directly for a soul scythe engagement. There comes the Camlands and the DPS raining down. But look at those Beetle squads just silencing the engagement here for Echo of Silence. I mean, hopefully one day maybe Beetles won't have their silences stack on top of each other. But one can only hope. And Last Warn coming in from the behind, cleaning up whatever was left of Arch on the doorway there, not being able to defend themselves because they just burnt all their cooldowns defensively on Echo of Silence's engage. And now it's just going to be another cleanup crew. Maybe a free Beetle here for Echo of Silence. Looks like he is getting left behind. I'm gonna see if that beetle gets claimed. There comes the brimstone dropping down, and yep, he's just getting queued and W'd into a corner. There he goes. Beetle. It did not trash, and they did get themselves a gold beetle. Nice.
Nice.
There's no point in going head first. It looks like Blocker the Rua actually own the castle, maybe? And Elevate are going in for an engagement, pushing into the chest room here. Nice engagement onto the tanks. Nice knock up with the Soul Scythe. There comes the Adjudicator Armor, stopping the engagement from Elevate. Momono trying to gain control of this chest room. But it looks like they're coming out from the Lord room. A little bit of back and forth here. Nice little Growkeeper engagement there by Blocker the Rua. It looks like Elevate are going to be pushing back outside of the castle. Let me just double check who owns this. So it is Elevate. So they can use the doors freely in and out. PoE can't. They have to destroy the doors to use them, or to walk through them, shall I say. So Elevate have enough time to, you know, spread themselves out just a little bit. Momono hitting them up with the old say chat spam to get his boys in position. And is that it?
No, there's a big engagement outside the front of the door. A lot of dead bodies over here. Blanco de Rua going in right at the gate. And right on the gate, there is a huge engagement here. Black Order fending it off pretty well.
Yep, and Sun are now also coming in on the small eastern door. I'm going to be only in free roam at the moment. Actually, Sun getting caught off guard. Nice counter engagement there by Black Order. Holding on to the top of the castle walls here. Sun going to be backing out to the northeast. They do not want to fight that choke. I don't blame them. I'm trying to find us a Black Order tank to watch here. What you wearing there, bud? Ah, there we go. I got us one. It's like Black Order are going to be holding the east side. I believe we're going to see an engagement soon. Nice silence there by the Scoia'tael Beetle. Black Order pulling back up to the second layer of the castle here. Giving themselves a little bit of breathing room if they need be. Got a Command Mammoth, a Beetle, an Eagle, and a Lizard on the field for their Command Mammoths or their battle mounts here today. I was expecting a little bit more Beetles, but yeah, each to their own. It's like that PoE group does not want to join.
No, they're moving out. Like they're trying to get into a new position, but the position they seem to be going for is north and out. But wouldn't that be into Elevate?
I'm not sure, but Black Order just took control of the castle. All doors are going to be now
just got caught right at the gate by Sun.
And here, see the boys stacking up. I don't know if they're going to go for a re-engagement here. This tank is just hugging this wall. I don't know what he's doing.
Bogul, who do you have? Who are you on right now?
I'm hopping around here in free roam. I'm trying to go between the doors.
Yeah.
Right now I'm on the eastern door.
Elevate are outside the castle. I'm going to hop back over to Momono. They're about to engage CIR outside the castle on the west. Here we go. Defensive Icicle comes down onto Elevate's engagement. Massive clap onto Elevate's backline. Nice heals coming out, but it's not going to be enough. Looks like a lot of DPS is rocking Elevate's front line here. They're going to back up northwest. Rob looks like he's trying to go for a Galaclap. Hammer and Sickle now coming around from the west side.
Good rotation.
Defensive Locust coming out, but it's going to be a heavy engagement here. No defenses at all for Elevate as they try and rotate themselves north around the castle.
Some survivors here out. Anybody out at this point. That was a rough engagement for those boys from Elevate. They lost at least half their boys.
Yep, reset comes down. Looks like they're trying to stabilize just a little bit, but they're going to need some help from their allies that are chilling inside the castle. I believe we did see a bunch of deaths actually just to the southwest where Elevate just came from. Nice little knockback from the wind wall here. The tanks are getting ready to engage. And look at that, Sun coming in from the choke point to the northeast, forcing Elevate out into the open and into this choke point. And it's all she wrote today for Elevate as they get caught off guard in a massive meat sandwich. Oh my god. That must have been sponsored by Subway. That was disgusting. The Elevate are just now running. They're done. That was a disgusting play there by PoE, but it's not over as I believe if we hop back over to that Black Order tank, I'm going to find us a new one because this kid does not know how to play ZvZ. His men are engaging on the west side of the little west store. It's like they're just going to be holding position here. Find us a new tank. Let's see. Maybe a CIR tank? There we go. Rigor. Wait, did I spell that? Oh, that's not a G in there. God damn it.
Syndic is
there we go.
Entering the castle now. Heading in from the western side, engaging with the Rukam boys.
Yep, Grigor looking just holding on anymore.
Still calling him Rukam. I mean,
might as well just call them the Russians from now on, to be honest.
Well, some of the Russians. I mean, they're the Russians, I guess, sure.
Yep, and it looks like all of PoE are now pulling away from the castle and retreating southwest. It looks like they just noticed the time. It is 3 minutes until territories can be claimed. Hideouts can start getting hammered down. They want to get themselves in position into an actual objective zone. I wonder what King Mojo and Dominant is up to.
That's why they were running the far distance they were going. We thought they were going north. They were actually going west to come around this side for Sunfang. It's a long distance there, but it did look like they were continuing to go north on Dominant, yeah. And he is positioning himself to prepare for more guys to zone in, I imagine.
Nah, I don't know. Okay, looks like they're gonna maybe take the fight. Yeah, they didn't go to the door.
No, they're just repositioning, trying to just stay mounted, wait some time out, let more people get in, I assume. Because they do have people coming in from the southeast.
Yeah. So Blue Army, Elevate, Black Order, they're all queued up on the southeast door. So right now, Surf all just have to buy time for that queue to kick in to allow.
And Elevate just got in.
Okay.
And they're engaging Sun. If you go on to Momono now, they've engaged Sun pretty heavily here. Good engagement, actually. Lots of follow-up. Sun turns around and gets a counter engage into Elevate.
Silence coming in with the Beetle. Elevate getting clubbed up by Cam. Now you see the melee damage coming out. Bloodletter's just executing the Cloffies for Elevate. Elevate looking very weak. Now it looks like their Chariot's about to get zoned out. No queue priority for him, sadly. You always want to put that on your battle mounts. But it looks like Sun are just stomping over the top of Elevate. Elevate trying to look for some hills. Maybe there comes a reset, but it's not going to do anything. Gets one or two. Elevate struggling to stay alive. Another Bloodletter execute comes in for Sun. And look at that clump to the northwest. Those melees are just zipping and zapping all over the Cloffies on Elevate's backline. Milkshank fully stacked up. He should be going in for a clap soon enough. I know he's looking for it. His
in the center of the map, you have CIR and Black Order and Blue Army all fighting out here, and a lot of Blue Army got sent home. I believe Mojo is home.
Yikes, and it looks like Sun are still pushing Elevate on the northwest side. There comes the Beetle, stunning them. Looks like Elevate are finally looking for a return. Only onto a couple people, though. Nice siege bowl placement there by that Sun player over the cliffs, keeping them safe. Camland into the backline of Elevate, followed by the snare charge. And turn here, but it's not going to be effective because the silence right in the middle of the choke point. Therefore, Sun and Milkshank and Bartle, little spot of trouble here. Zero heals coming out. Elevate very low on the health bars. They're staying alive.
When you want to get caught there, run out. Use your carpet, guys. Get safe.
Yeah, looks like Sun stopped pressuring them. I don't know why.
They're getting pushed from the south here. There's a lot of skulls right below them.
Oh, yep, and here we go. It looked like another wave of Elevate just joined up with the main force, so now the boys are in full force here. There comes the Camland engagements. Nice counter there by the Sun Beetle once again. Looks like the Beetles are the MVPs of this fight so far, stopping very much every engage that Elevate try and do. Looks like a little bit of back and forth on top of this hilltop. And now the boys are working their way through the choke points, picking off people one by one. Sun giving up the choke points, not even going to hold that. And we see a lot of them very low HP. Defensive wind wall comes out. Look at that Camland, no, onto the road. Any follow-up damage. There comes the defensive icicle for Sun, stopping the engagement of the melees just a little bit as they're slowly rotating around this rock here. Flamo maybe needs to pop the defensive spell on that command, if not the damage output, as his men are slowly getting slaughtered here because Elevate are now in full force. They have all the men that they need. from their Zerg, and it looks like PoE, the Sun boys are now in full retreat. Maybe trying to meet up with their next Zerg.
Hop on just Syndic.
Oh, I hopped onto Dominant actually. Dominant just slammed into CIR. He does have a very nice engagement here. Nice clump. CIR getting destroyed on that one engagement. A little bit of friendly fire onto Blue Army though for the Surf boys. It looks like Black Order also wrapping around to the northeast. Once again, friendly with the Surf boys. I believe the Demolition Hammers are going to be coming out soon enough for this hideout. They do have 5 minutes remaining, but CIR still on the field here. Nice little Grovekeeper engagement there, pushing back Tidal to the east, and it's like Black Order are fully engaged with Scoia'tael just north of the hideout. Dominant wants to get in on that action, getting his men up onto this hideout. Nice Grovekeeper stun. Defensive Locust coming out for CIR, going to mitigate some of that damage output, but that Galaclap in the back line just hit him hard. I mean, maybe we're going to see a full push here by Surf, picking off some of those tanks that got caught off guard, and it looks like Scoia'tael are ready to fight to the northeast. I believe they're going a little bit back and forth here with Black Order. Dominant sees the engagement, lands the Grovekeeper in the back line. Defensive Locust comes out though. Nice little camland onto the Beetle, clumping up those boys. Juicy engagement, but a big weeping coming out, popping off a massive amount of damage onto Surf. They're going to back out southwest here. Looks like Black Order are still going to be holding just to their southeast. Blue Army now on the field as well to their west. So it looks like it's going to be funneling into a one-front fight soon enough. Looks like a little bit of random melee DPS. Halberds chewing up the back line of Tidal. Just one man right there doing all that damage. But it looks like the
Syndic, where he's currently fighting against Elevate on his Mammoth, and he's completely surrounded right now. He's got lots of little dudes pecking him off right now. It's going to be interesting to see if he can get out of here. It looks like he's on the move. He's got, I think it's GA to his east.
All he has to do is go in the hideout. He isn't outlawed. He's fine.
All right.
Maybe. I think he's just toying with them at the moment.
Okay, well, he's at half. He's at 1 bar. Goes
there he
in.
goes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, so it looks like a win here for the Mega... Might as well just call it a Mega Coalition now because... Oh boy. This isn't what PoE needed. They were doing good, like, versus what they were fighting against. Now, this is just... maybe too much. The question is... Surf triggered a little bit of... an attack on Arch yesterday, right? Like, they poked the bee's nest or the hornet's nest.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Do PoE pay Gluttony to come fight the war in the south?
Can he afford to? He's currently engaged in his own war right now, isn't he? He's trying to deal with those guys from EOS and stuff, and if he leaves that war, he'll lose his stuff. What would you have to pay him to get him to come over and give up his stuff?
I think Syndic can afford whatever Gluttony
whatever
Gluttony puts down on paper and shows him. Syndic's probably going to say okay. Like I can't see PoE holding off this force by themselves. They need help, and it's going to be interesting to see. Looking up onto Arch's like territories they currently hold up in the northwest. Okay. Yeah, they have a big cluster of hideouts, but in the grand scheme of things, they could probably like use some of the money that they would get paid just to pay back guilds whatever they lose and take that back later on. They're going to lose some stuff, but maybe it's worth it for them to come help Syndic.
Are you saying like join the Empire for a while as a mercenary force, and once the coalition falls apart, because it's not an alliance, it's just a loose gathering of people who don't like rental, I think. And you could maybe wear them out over time. I don't know. But then once that falls apart, then Arch would be free to go and, say, take a bunch of territories back, maybe even with the assistance of a newly established rental empire. Or perhaps they could just permanently rent from Poe.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of rent to gain. That might be a negotiation.
Oh, so I thought it was a little bit of friendly fire here, but it's just one wild CIR member coming out onto Dominant's group. Some people in the in Blue Army and Black Order getting in the way, nearly dying. But I don't think PoE are going to come back as... Actually, no. Look at that.
There's a lot of skulls on the field right now.
The attack failed. It's back up to 4 out of 4.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Well done.
So CIR, the PoE boys, able to sustain a beating long enough for the time to dwindle down. And I believe the fight stopped 4 minutes before the 2020 timer. So not enough time at all for anyone to hammer down the hideout. So fair play to PoE. Hanging in there for that long to,
I would say more
stop
than
the
fair play. Well done. Pat yourself on the back. You're facing overwhelming forces at this point. The entire server is launching against you, except for those arch guys. You could. I don't know how much they cost.
Yeah.
How much is T4 gear anyway?
Pretty cheap.
Yeah. You can afford it, Syndic. You got that. And on that note, do we have any other things we need to cover before we head out? Because I don't see any fights. I've been hopping around, and everybody seems to be running. Unlike yesterday, where they waited until the timers were over and then just fought for 20 minutes.
Yeah. I don't see anything else at the moment. Nope. It's just pretty much everyone returning back to base. So it's going to be a long run for Blue Army and Surf.
Yeah, they
got a couple
maps
maps to go. Yeah,
a little bit of work. Yeah, I hate to try to get out of here quick, but I have some editing to do. I'm currently working on a project. I heard that Arch needed propaganda. Somebody was making anti-Arch propaganda, and so I thought I would make some pro-Arch propaganda.
I can't wait to see it.
I know. I'm looking forward to it, Robin. And I feel like we're making all these illusions to it, and we're like little giddy kids in the corner, But I think it's worth watching if I can get it done. But I gotta go get it done. So
plugs.
Yeah, sure. The AO Daily Show at 19 UTC, the ZvZ Show at 1745 UTC, Tuesday through Friday. And on Saturday, we have the Crystal League show at 20 UTC, right?
Correct. And if you missed any of the action from any of our shows, so ZvZ highlights, Crystal League coverage, and the Daily Show, you can check out any past videos up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AlbionTV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button while you're over there. Much appreciated. And make sure you're following the Twitch channel while you're here today. That's going to be everything from us until the next show. Thank you all for watching, and have a good evening.
Yeah, well done, Robin. It's like you've been practicing. All right, thanks, guys. We're out here. Peace.